Well, this really is quite uplifting. There is so much to raise the mood all around us. After all, this is when, in the face of anything, hope springs eternal, and the fans puff out their chests proudly. And expectations are rising, and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. And if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Osimhen couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Oh look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Alexander-Arnold wins the duel this time. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
I would have to say the Nigerian striker Victor Osimhen. I think he's someone who can be a target man and a poacher all in one, Peter. I think he's very good with his back to goal, he has a lovely first touch, and at the same time he's got the pace to run behind defensive lines, and it's very difficult to see any weaknesses in his game, the complete package.
Yes, he'd be my pick too. It's going to be all about how they get the best out of him. Osimhen is flagged offside. Bastoni. Fair to say, I think, a cautious start from both teams. Oh, that's fabulous. Van Dijk. Kimmich. Chance here to counter. Looking for the runner. And that's a superb pass.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And the pass is intercepted.
Rodri. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed. Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
More and more pressure on the ball here. Now it's Messi. Just eases him off the ball. Van Dijk. And Kubo. Nakata. Well, that looks a good ball through. Well read. And the danger is averted. Rafael Leao. Now, can they get it back? France have reclaimed it. Kimmich. Osimhen. Fabian Ruiz. Quite squeezed that one through. Rafael Leao is sporting a guilty look after that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Bastoni. Mbappe providing an outlet on that flank. Hernandez. And he's managed to get free. Shapes to shoot! Oh, there's a probing ball. Rafael Leao. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Rodri. Nakata. And here's the chance to counter. And he's intervened well there. Kubo. Fabian Ruiz. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's through here. Rodri. Osimhen showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, well played, well sorted out. He's in plenty of space here. Very nicely done. Kubo! Yes, it's in! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Le numéro 14.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Look, I'm sure that silencing the crowd would have immense.
Osimhen!
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
That's been won straight back. Fabian Ruiz! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Rodri, it's a sharp pass. Has a look and has a go. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Bastoni clears. Brilliantly cut out. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Oh, he's been caught on it! Never the finish! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
He's having a shot!
Additionnel, 1 minute.
Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Alexander-Arnold has ended up in no man's land.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And we hit half-time. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
Je vous demande toute votre attention.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Leading 1-0 at the break. Great chance! They've scored! France are back on level terms.
France clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
France had the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal stats.
Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's their second corner of the game. Now a sudden chance to counter. Beckenbauer gets over and intercepts. And there's green grass ahead of him. Oh, what a punt! He's had a hit! And he's done it!
Dependability is one thing, and he brings that to his game. But that sort of dynamism is another attribute he's blessed with, and it's revealed on a regular basis too. Superb. Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things do? Great hit! Now who's going to be first to this? Nice interception, well timed. Osimhen proving dependable as ever. Another terrific day at the office for him.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
Oh, easy pickings there. Beckenbauer
Le
cuts it
nombre
out.
de spectateurs pour ce match, 72 306.
David Villa.
France are definitely going about this the right way.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break.
Tries a shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to a trick. Oh, what has happened here? And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Rodri. Bellingham. Messi. Now it's Messi. Messi! He won't be happy with that one. Fabian Ruiz, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Kubo in acres of space out wide. He's picked his way through, and here's a chance. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, to put it this way, he's probably made better decisions. Might want to be careful there.
And he's on his way! Chance! Again, we are level! What a contest!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more. Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Changement pour la France. Le numéro 7. Le numéro 10.
We have got changes
Messi.
here from both sides, in
À leur
fact.
place, le
This
numéro
is quite a
42.
battle.
Le numéro
It's a
18.
very good contest
Changement.
with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Fabian Ruiz. And he's picked out the run. Cristiano Ronaldo. Nicked it back promptly. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, they deserve an awful lot of credit for their commitment to the cause, but it's a goal credit that would be most welcome now.
David Villa. Real chance! That's a real chance missed.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
Nakata is short.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
David Villa. Big chance! Goal! France! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
That's just a great finish, but it's down to very clever movement. You can see this has been...
Just the goalkeeper. Jamal! It's there! And this is getting better and better.
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
France take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
He's got the final touch there. Goal kick's been given. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Yamal. That looks a good ball through. Rafael Leao.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Temps additionnel.
That is
5
good.
minutes.
Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. David Villa. And he's lost his man here. David Villa! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
David Villa. Can he finish? It's a loose ball. Fabian Ruiz. He's going to be disappointed with that. Hernandez. So that's it. It is all over. The game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum. And so we reach a fork in the road.
Hello,
Fortunes
everybody,
can
and
turn
welcome to
either way
today's
from this
match.
point. One path leads to where they all want to be, or at least a significant step closer to it. What doesn't bear thinking about is the alternative. It is time for the central characters to stand tall. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Fernando Torres. Back in possession and ready to go again. Here's the ball in. Keeper's ball. And it's Ribbon. Have a shot. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders. He's in, surely! David Villa unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Rafael Leao. Osimhen! Oh, he did the hard part right, but not the finish.
Osimhen deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Osimhen. Not the most accurate pass. Well, there is David Villa, a player whose thirst for goals is unquenchable. One of Spain's finest ever strikers, Chris.
Yes, I think his record speaks for itself, Peter. He's far from just a poacher. I like the way he's constantly on the move, creating space for others, and he's got the creativity to play in deeper roles if needed.
Rafael Leao. Kimmich. Chance to finish. Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Certainly made himself a big nuisance in applying the pressure to force the error.
Dixon. So we're still where we started right now. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. Now it's Osimhen. Now it's Rafael Leao. He's had it taken off him. Guardiola. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. David Villa. Conte. Kubo. No, that was never going to make it. Just eases him off the ball. Out for a throw. Intercepts the throw. That's well read. That is ended up in no man's land. And here's Osimhen. Ruben Dias is the guilty party there. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
And for sure, that was not one of his best.
I was expecting him to play it in until I saw his run-up.
Dixon. Guardiola. And Dixon. That is Conte. Kimmich. 30 minutes gone. Brilliantly cut out. Hakimi. Ribery. Guardiola. Conte. Fernando Torres. Fabian Ruiz. Alexander-Arnold. Messi. In with the challenge. Guardiola. Hakimi. And he's managed to get free. No way through, so back it. And he's had a hit! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
He's definitely living up to the occasion here. He just loves being out there amongst it.
Villarreal with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. Alexander-Arnold is there to clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Osimhen. That is Conte. Might be danger here. And Ribery! And that is certainly not what he had in mind. Guardiola gathers from the goal kick. Conte. Could have been dangerous, but it came to nothing. They've got it again. Alexander-Arnold. Kimmich. It's Fernando Torres. Dixon. And it's Guardiola. Conte. For Messi. Passing nice and neat. Rafael Leao. And that could set him on his way. Can he finish? A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively.
I'd like to draw your attention to the screen
unscathed,
right now for information
a tight
on our
affair,
shuttle bus
0-0 at the break. And we are up to the break.
What a pleasant surprise to see how open this game is turning into. Just wondering if the two teams are going to keep doing what we've seen in the first half. I hope that a cautious aspect doesn't kick in.
So they head in no further forward. The score here still 0-0.
Substitution on the field, number 14, Kubo. Coming on to replace him is number 18, Messi.
0-0, and we're at the halfway point. David Villa! David Villa! Just couldn't stay down for him.
Villa most definitely hit it with a lot of venom and little control. It carried hardly any danger. That's going in strongly.
He's through here. Now it's Torres. That's been intercepted. And here's Rafael Leao. And he has been fouled there. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Messi considers his options.
This is the sort of thing he craves, a chance to make a telling impact.
That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Looking for the runner. And the pass is intercepted. And he was quick to react. Conte. Ribery. David Villa. Conte. David Villa. He's got the shot away! And that has skinned the post.
Villa probably tried a bit too hard then. He should have relied on technique as opposed to power.
David Villa. Still absolutely nothing to report here goals-wise. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Now it's Torres. Now that's well seen too. David Villa. Fernando Torres. No messing about.
The
Just
attendance for this
bludgeoned
match
away.
was 70,987.
Fabian Ruiz. And still we await the first breakthrough. Oh, well played, well sorted out. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. João Neves. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. David Villa. Hakimi. Well, we're not going to make any further progress now.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
Ribery. Osimhen engages and forces him off the ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Oh, super tackle. They were outnumbered and under the cosh. That had to be spot on, and it was.
Now it's Osimhen. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And it's Ribery. And he's had it nicked away. David Villa, good spot, he's seen the run. Hernandez cuts it out. Kimmich, he steps in, and that's the end of that. David Villa, oh, he's through the middle.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Now it's Osimhen. He's Osimhen! Oh, split-second reaction.
Osimhen is offering a right smile there. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Always onto this.
Well, the crowd's impatience is an indicator that they haven't quite given up on a goal just yet.
Fernando Torres. And Torres! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Conte. Osimhen. Rafael Leao. Osimhen in acres of space out wide. Osimhen! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's straight offside.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Fabian Ruiz.
Rafael Leao really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That pass
2
has
added
been
minutes
well
has been
intercepted.
indicated.
Floated through. Hernandez. Minutes up, and we will be back for extra time.
Yeah, neither side has anything to show for some splendid effort, and they certainly aren't showing any signs of easing off, so
Hello everybody, and a quick announcement
optimistic.
now. We would like to ask you all to kindly stay seated
brief
during the
breather,
match.
and then
Thank
extra
you for your
time.
cooperation. Substitution on the field, number 21, Fabian Ruiz. Coming on the field is
This for the
number
endurance,
7,
for the character of the
Phil
players
Foden.
as we head into
Substitution
extra
in
time.
progress.
He can run onto that. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Tries a shot! Tries to get it clear. It's a good foot in there. Barcola. Looks a good ball through. And he was alert to it. João Neves. Oh, it's a sweet ball, that. Oh, he's onto this. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, he stayed down and is in very obvious discomfort here. Well, Jim, I suppose that was the only possible outcome in the circumstances.
Well, I suppose the other choice, Peter, would have been to let your opponent score, so he had no other option.
He's gone for goal. Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
A more than decent attempt, Peter.
Substitution.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. And once more he proves rigid and robust. Now it's Osimhen. Shifted upfield. Pops it off it and wins back the ball. Hernandez. Pinches it off him. Stood up well to him there. Foden. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe! Oh, it's in! And surely that has won the day!
The understanding between those two plays a big part in that, and releasing the run on side proved the key ingredient.
After 14 minutes in extra time is number 24.
So the first moment of real
Kylian
significance.
Mbappe.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused
There will be
and
1
disciplined
minute
enough
added
to
time.
hold on to this.
Mbappe. Hernandez cuts out the pass. Oh, that's well spotted. Pedri. Half-time, extra
Quick
time.
reminder today, please have your entry tickets at
90
hand
minutes
as it's
long
time to
gone,
announce
15
today's
of
winning
an
lottery
extra
numbers.
30 have also gone, and the search for a winner is still on. Truly, this is a punishing game on bodies and heads and minds. The outstanding question, the only question, is there still room for one last bit of drama? And the action has already restarted. This has been enthralling. So what do the last 15 minutes have left? Now it's Messi. Rafael Leao. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Messi. Mbappe. Oh, that's fabulous. He's looking unstoppable. Mbappe, not want to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
And that is expertly dealt with. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Now it's Bellingham, and he cuts out the supply. That is a great pick out. That is a great ball. Has a goal!
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Now it's Messi. He has found a way through. That could spell... There's the hit! And he's found the net! They have stolen Liverpool last! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
All square again into the dying minutes. And that's it, nothing to separate them. It is penalties.
It's a big well done to both defences for refusing to buckle under the pressure. Fatigue with focus is
Just a
not the
quick
norm.
request today for everybody to please kindly
Players
remove
look
any cars
exhausted,
parked
but
on the road
one
outside the
last
stadium.
act. We're back in a moment for penalties. Verbruggen shoulders the responsibility of the first kick. Oh, what a save!
Oh, the keeper's done brilliantly to keep his eye on the ball and make such a great save.
And stepping up, the skipper.
How confident was that? Backed himself all the way.
So this one to restore parity. Oh, he's missed it, he's hit the post.
Well, I think he's overestimated the keeper's reach then.
This to put them 2 up. That's how it's done, he made the keeper commit. And he's put them 2 in front. So down by 2, another miss can be game, set and match. Oh, straight down the middle, and for some, it's too much. Villarreal are looking for comfort. Oh, it's off the bar.
It's a brave attempt, but he really should be getting it on target.
This then to level matters. Denied! He's made the save!
Well, he didn't hit that with any sort of conviction, and it's an easy save in the end.
Verbruggen must keep this out. This is match point. That's it! It is done! So it all ends in heartbreak, all the effort, all the exertion.